everyone. So today's reading is going to be, what does my person want to tell me? What do they want to tell you? So I'm going to pull message cards. These messages will be coming from the person's higher self, and also they might be messages that your person has said to you in the past or will say to you in the future. Regardless, this is meant to be messages from your person, okay? I'll pull several of those messages, clarify those with the tarot cards, and then at the end, pull a few sexual magic tarot cards. We can look at how they view you sexually or at your sexual connection if you want to stick around for that, okay? So we've got 3 choices today. The owl card, joy card, and cauldron card. So the owl card's message is saying wise seeing and wise action. That's number 1. The joy card is saying rejoicing in the present. That's number 2. And the cauldron is saying synergy and healing. That's number 3. So if you want to use this method to pick, go ahead and close your eyes. Inhale nice and slow through the nose. And exhale nice and slow through the mouth. Open your eyes, and the first card that your eyes go to is usually the right one for you, okay? So pause the video if you need more time. I'd like to take a moment to thank all my new subscribers. I really appreciate that, as well as my existing subscribers and those who comment down below. I appreciate your support, as it does keep the channel going. I love doing these readings. It helps me to be able to continue doing them. Also, I'd like to thank those who have received private readings from me. I really appreciate that. Every little bit helps, and I enjoy reading for you, so thank you for allowing me the opportunity to do that. If you'd like a personal private reading, my contact information is in the description box below. And so we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, Pile 1. Focus on your person. We'll get some message cards, get the reading going, okay? I did pre-shuffle before starting the camera, so let's see what's going on here. Several messages coming out from your person. The karmic has wormed their way into every area of my life, so your person is involved with someone else. Could be a relative, or it could be another love interest. Let me light this candle. It went out. So you would know your situation the best. If that doesn't resonate, maybe the rest of the reading will resonate, but that's for those of you who know that this person is involved with someone else, if this is a third-party situation or they're involved with someone else, okay? Everything reminds me of you, regardless of this other person being in their life. Potentially, this person, your higher self of your person, is saying that everything reminds them of you. You deserve someone better than me. They realize that you deserve somebody better than them. If they're involved with someone else, that would be a good reason why. Obviously, you deserve someone who's not involved with someone else, generally speaking. But even if they're not, they want you to know that you deserve someone better. And I think about reaching out to you, but I can't make myself do it. So they want to reach out to you, they think about it, they just can't make themselves do it. So let's get some clarification. Use the Halloween Tarot by Kipling West for the clarification, okay? So continue thinking about your person, Pile 1. The person you came to this reading about. Alright, so first we're going to clarify the karmic has wormed their way in every area of my life. Tell us about that, Spirit. There's a karmic in this situation. Who is this karmic? Is this a third-party situation? 8 of Imps in reverse. So the 8 of Imps in reverse is talking about a cooling down of affection or passion. The Knight of Ghosts in reverse. Knight of Ghosts is a player energy, somebody that offers more than they can give. They're not a stable energy. They say sweet nothings, but then can't follow up on it. So that's why the communication between you and this person has gone downhill, and this is what the cards are saying. Also, if they're involved with someone else, as the Knight of Cups would suggest, with it being in reverse, that they are involved with someone else, and the communication and the passion is not going well in that connection either. Hence the reason why they said this other person has wormed their way into every area of their life, and they feel impoverished over it. Maybe the areas of their life that this person has wormed their way into has, cost them a lot of money. So money wise, they're not doing so well with the Five of Pumpkins. Also, the relationship itself is not doing so well. They feel in poverty with this person, like emotionally. Emotionally in poverty with this person, and so lacking in everything. So we've got water, fire, and earth energy here for those who like to know the signs. So I'm going to get some clarification on everything reminds me of you. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. You deserve much better than me. I think about reaching out to you, but I can't make myself do it. Let's clarify that. Why can't they make themselves do it besides this third party, evidently? Is that the whole reason, or Ace of Cup or Ace of Ghosts in reverse, Ace of Cups, same thing. So they don't feel like they have anything to offer you. Their emotions are scarce right now. They're in emotional poverty. This other person has drained them, and they're lacking in the passion department in life in general. They don't feel like they have anything to offer you. They know that they would come forth, in sort of an empty energy or this unstable, unpractical energy. So they don't reach out, because what are they gonna offer you? An empty cup? They don't want to offer you an empty cup, because we see they're well aware that you deserve someone better than them, right? And so that's what they want to tell you. That's the reason why they're not coming around. It's just, this. I feel like this communication is delayed. Maybe it's still coming and they will reach out, but it's delayed because of this Ace of Cups being in reverse. I think, if they're with someone else, they felt that it was a promising thing and it just didn't turn out the way that they hoped it would. And so there's definitely obstacles in this connection. So if this is resonating with you, then there are obstacles in this connection. There are difficulties that need to be overcome, and if not, then, maybe pick another pile. But this is what I'm getting. So let's get some more on. I think about reaching out to you. So we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Clarify this card again. I think about reaching out to you, but I can't make myself do it. Clarify. King of Cups in reverse. So I'm really feeling this is likely a water sign or has it heavy in their chart. We've got several water cards. In particular, we've got the King of Water and the Knight of Water. And so, as I said, with the Knight of Water, this is someone that isn't capable of giving you a stable offer, or it's like wishy-washy. They don't know whether they're coming or going. They're not very emotionally honest. I'm not saying they would intentionally deceive you, but probably they would. And with the King of Cups in reversed, this is talking about someone who's just very defensive, and they're insecure. So this person is showing up in a very emotional and vindictive energy too. Maybe they feel vindictive towards you at times. I think they do. Like I said, I feel like communication from this person to you is likely to come, just not right now. It's delayed because this person is so insecure, and you really wouldn't want to be involved with someone like this at this time anyway, because this king fears expressing their love and their caring. They're just a really jealous, defensive person. They'd be prone to like an emotional outburst, if you were to be in contact with this person, whether it was your fault or not. They would just be, argumentative and unreasonable. So, because of how insecure that they feel, and they know that, I feel that they know that they're wrong, right, for involving you in a third-party situation, if that's the case, or just for not being there for you to the same extent that you are for them. They let some other situation be that, family members, or work, whatever the case may be, this other situation is in their life, and it's kind of dominating them and putting them in this negative headspace. So on the one hand, this person has the potential to be, a more mature individual than the Knight, but the Knight is a lot of immature energy. I feel this person is just overall in an immature energy, and he's not what he seems. I don't think he really knows himself who he is. He wants to be this king for you, but he can't quite do it. And so Yeah, I mean, the communication between this third party and your person is one that involves a lot of secrets and lies, and I feel that they're no longer committed to this person if they ever were, but they're just not. They need to get real. They're like not facing reality, so that's why they're still in this other third party situation here. And because they don't have anything to offer you, and they're in a negative headspace, then they all they can do is think about reaching out to you, but aren't actually able to make themselves do it. So you deserve someone better than me, huh? Okay. Let's see how your person views you then. They think that you deserve someone better than them. Clarify that. Ooh, that was quick. So we've got you in the Nine of Pumpkins. So they're seeing you as this beautiful person. If you're the feminine or masculine doesn't matter. You're in your power. You've got things that everything that you need provided to you. You're good at taking care of yourself. You're very independent. They admire you. Okay, you look like you're doing just fine. They admire your beauty. They admire what you've accomplished. They see you as a successful person, and so no, naturally, a reverse king isn't going to try to step to a Nine of Pumpkins because, you know, what does he have to offer you right now? Nothing. Okay. Let's get some more messages from your person here. Spirits, get some more messages from the higher self of the person pile 1 came to see. I understand why you distance yourself from me, and I respect you for it. You've distanced yourself from them. They respect you for that. Okay? Please keep taking good care of yourself. Yes, we saw that, right? We saw that with the Nine of Pumpkins. You are taking good care of yourself. They see that. They might be watching you on social media or just keep an eye on you. If they don't see you in person, they're aware of the fact that you are successful and you're taking care of yourself, and they like to see that. They want you to keep doing that. Anything else right now, Spirit? I see myself in you, both the good and the bad. Okay? So they're not, with regard to you, they're not under any illusions about, who you are. I think they see you pretty clearly, and they see themselves in you, both the good and the bad. I think it's a good sign when they're able to see you clearly. They're not able to see their current situation clearly. I think deep down they know that this current situation, they said that this karmic has wormed their way in every area of their life. They know it's negative, and it's making them feel in a feeling of lack, but they're still like deluding themselves about it. Well, with you, they do see you, and so that's a good thing. I just feel like they're really overwhelmed with whatever's going on in this third party situation, and they just want to get out of it. I think it feels like out of control, like we said, because we've got the Eight of Imps here clarifying this card about the third party worming their way in every area of their life. So, they do feel out of control. And it might be that, this person, relationship with this third party, for those of you, it's a romantic third party situation. It started off as a secret affair. And so, or they were wanting to have a secret affair with you. But they know that you deserve better than that. Justice, exactly. It wouldn't do you justice to involve you in a third party situation. If they're in some sort of situation that's preventing them from giving their all or having anything substantial to offer you, to preventing you from getting the love and the devotion that you deserve from this person, they know that it's not right, that they wouldn't do that to you because of the Justice card here. And if they have tried to do it to you, if they've lied to you in the past, they're getting their karma for that. That's a Libra energy, so that could be in somebody's chart. It doesn't have to be. Yeah. But whether they've done good or done bad to you, I feel like they've gotten their karma for that. And they're just trying to They do see you. That just says that they see you in a balanced light, like I was saying. Let's get one more here. My home life is a mess right now. Yep. Home life is a mess right now. The karmic third party has wormed their way into every area of their life where this other third party situation is disrupting every area of their life, making them feel overwhelmed. And so that's why their, home life is in a mess. So, well, that's that. I'm kind of curious about, they see themselves in you, both the good and the bad. I said that they see you in a balanced way. Let's just get one clarifying card on that. Wow. The Ten of Hearts is the Ten of Cups. They love you. They love themselves. Surprisingly enough, because people in such a negative headspace that allow themselves to be trapped in these situations, or put in these situations, have a lack of self-love. But I feel with this card is saying that they love you. They see both the good and the bad in you that reminds them of themselves, and they love you for it. They love you for it, right? So even though, they see the bad in you, that might make you be a little alarmed, like, what bad? Whatever it is that they're seeing in you, they love it. Because it reminds them of themselves. I don't know how to take that exactly. Well, they did show up in this King of Ghosts in reverse, kind of a little bit of a narcissistic energy. Not maybe textbook narcissist, but this is the energy they're in right now, right? Because of their messy situation. But regardless of what energy they're in, they do love you. And that makes sense, because they wouldn't put you in a bad situation. They think you deserve somebody better, and they don't reach out to you because they know they have nothing to offer you. Even though they want to reach out, they don't. Because of the Ten of Hearts. Okay. So I'm going to get, let's see. The King of Hearts in reverse again here came out. Yeah. They really do see, excuse me, see themselves in you. You might be a water sign or have it heavy in your chart too. That could apply for some of you. But when they are reminded of you, I feel like they do feel, you just get them all, I don't want to say hot and bothered, you get them all emotional when they're reminded of you, because I pulled that to clarify that when I'm reminded of you. So I feel like they feel a lot of emotional turmoil about you and defensiveness. So this defensiveness could be, a protective tendency towards you, but also the desire to control you and to get vengeance on you or something for walking away, because we saw that the card walked away. Some of you walked away from this person. So yes, they love you. Oh, this card came out as well. Maybe you've got other options with the Seven of Hearts. There's the Seven of Cups. So if you've got other options, or if they think you do, if they think that you're seeing someone else, they're jealous, and it upsets them, and they feel defensive about that, and want to get revenge on you for that. This is the petty side of them, because they're unhappy. This isn't, I don't feel this is who they really are, because if that was who they really were, then they would come towards you and they would give you a hard time about it. But they know that you deserve better than that, so they don't do that. But they feel this way, and when they're really sensitive about the subject of you, because of whenever anything reminds them of you, whatever those things are that reminds them of you, then they feel really defensive, and they start daydreaming about you, Like, it really takes them off on a tangent. And yes, there are a lot of feelings of love, and they think about how you're somebody that they could marry down the line, that someone you should have had a family with or could have a home with, somebody that brings them emotional fulfillment with the ten of hearts. They are also just like such, they can't do anything about their feelings right now, and it's very upsetting for them, like I said. So I see a lot of potential, potential with you, and I don't know if they have pictures of you, they're looking at you. Again, I get the sense of the social media type thing, or for those of you who were in a relationship with this person in the past, had taken pictures with them, that they're looking at that, or something that you gave them, some material thing, jewelry or something like that, some memory. They're imagining you, fantasizing about you, and contemplating, what they really want, and indulging in their fantasies here. And some of those fantasies are positive, and some of them are not so positive. Okay. So we've got the excuse me, the Two of Swords in reverse here. I was wondering about, you are distancing yourself for them. For those of you who distance yourself from this person, well, they think that you have, they feel that you have, okay? The clarification for that is the Two of Swords in reverse. So I think, you were just conflicted. I feel like they're very conflicted about that, about this imbalance in the connection, and they're stressed out and frustrated, or you were just so stressed out and frustrated that you decided to stop overanalyzing the situation and take action, and put yourself first, and demonstrate self-love, focus on your work, take care of yourself. This other person is seeing that. I think you took the leap of faith away from this connection. You're just done, clashing swords, and not having the honesty in the connection that you really wanted. And so maybe this person had more power in the connection than you did. But I feel like that's turned now with the karmic justice here. I feel like you're the one with more power now, even though it may not feel like that. You're definitely showing up, in your power, and they're showing up like completely out of control, like feeling out of control in their lives. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some Romance Angels cards, or maybe one Romance Angels card here. Let's back this up a little. And then I said the Tarot of Sexual Magic. I'm trying to keep this at a appropriate length, this video. You guys can tell me in the comment section below, like, what's the perfect length for a video as far as you're concerned. I usually like to keep it under about 20 minutes. We're already over that. But if it gives you messages that you can use, that resonate, that helps you, well, then it was worth it. So for pile 1, Romance Angels, what can you add to this reading, please? Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. Okay. Definitely think your person needs to chill out and have a good time. They're really uptight. I feel like they know that, and they look at you as someone that they could have fun with, that they could play with, that they could let their hair down with, so to speak. So, and it would be good for the relationship, the connection, the next time you're in contact with this person, if you're going to be in contact with this person soon, if you're not already still in contact with them, keeping it light and playful would be a good idea. Release your ex. The time has come for you to clear your energy. So this person is needing to release this karmic. I feel that they already are. They know that this is emotional poverty for them. They're in a lot of turmoil. They feel out of control. This person's wormed their way into their life. The signs are cautioning you. So, while you want to be with this person right now, because you're watching this video, most of you probably want to be with them. You know, these are the red flags that you're seeing if this is resonating with you, that you need to heed, because this person's not in a good place, but we already knew that. Some of you might want to release this person if this is your ex, you know, and clear your energy. But if you don't want to release them, you just want to release the toxic energy created in the situation, then you write all of those toxic traits down on a piece of paper and then burn that piece of paper over like the sink or the grill, and like imagine like releasing that to the universe so that you can open up the potential for a renewal in the connection that is healthier. And express your love. Yes, your person does want to express their love to you. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. They're just not wanting to express their love excuse me, because of reasons we already discussed, that they don't have anything to offer you right now, and so they're really negative and you're better off without them. But at the bottom of the deck, we did have the reconciliation card. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So that's a very good sign for those of you who sense that this person is returning to your life. And I think that this is saying for a lot of you, this person is going to, once they get out of this third-party situation, they certainly want to communicate with you. The Ten of Hearts came out, so they obviously love you. But we do have the unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry in this relationship. So how I'm taking that is that you probably feel that this person doesn't love you. When I tell you that they love you with the Ten of Hearts, you might be surprised to hear that and say, no, this person doesn't love me. They're not in contact and all of this, but they do love you. They see themselves in you. And the unrequited love means that there's too many games going on, dishonesty within the connection that has hurt the love connection between the two of you, but it hasn't destroyed it. And unrequited love card actually does mean that there is love here in the connection, and there's still something meaningful can happen in terms of a meaningful, committed relationship. It's just that you need to address the fact that you're not feeling loved right now, or this person's not feeling loved because they feel vindictive and jealous of you. We saw that. So, you know, once you express your love, as was shown earlier, when the time is right, you'll express your love. Or probably it will be them, since they're thinking about it a lot, but maybe it'll be you. You'll come to realize that the love was already there. It's just that the chemistry has taken a hit, or the connection has been damaged due to this whole mess going on in this person's life with this other situation. So, but the reconciliation card is here, and I think, you know, you will reconcile, you will express your love, and you will overcome these issues for a great number of you who are watching. That's good news. Congratulations. I really feel that's a positive way to wrap up this reading. This is what your person wants to tell you. So let's see. I'm going to do the Sexual Magic Tarot card. So if you don't want to see this part, click off. They're not terribly sexualized, but there are some sexual images. They're drawings. So those of you who follow the tarot readers on YouTube probably have seen them before. I'm going to pull a few cards about how this person sees you, or what is the nature of your sexual connection. For pile 1, this one just flew out. Ace of Cups. So again, this person loves you, and we did see that they love you, and this is just saying that there's a want of this new beginning in love here for the two of you. And it's a very passionate embrace. This person likes to make love to you. If they haven't before, they imagine this is one of the things they imagine doing. It's a very sweet sort of embrace, and a very intimate form of sex with that card, if you look at the picture. And the tarot sexual magic is it's got supplemental meanings. It's not entirely just straight following the tarot, the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. It's got its own meanings as well. And so with this one is saying ecstasy. So loving magic crowned by success, satisfaction, and festivities. Good reasons to be happy and in love. So the magic of the comb and the brush. So ecstasy, this is what it's like with this person sexually. And this is how they view you. Okay, let's get a couple more. Wow. The Knave of Pentacles. So the Knave of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles. So slow-moving energy, and this is kind of reflecting this person's energy, feeling a little bit controlling over you. As you see, this man has come up from behind her and embraced her that way, and he's pouring this, wine, on her lips, and it's pouring down. So I think this person probably wants to, engage in some oral with you. They want to take control of the situation. They might have a little bit of voyeuristic tendencies in the sense that they wouldn't mind if other people see them. They want other people to see them dominating you. I get the feeling because he's looking straight at the camera, and she's got her eyes closed as she's sort of surrendering. So this is speaking to that dominant side of him and wanting to take control of you. And by the looks on that woman's face, that you would be open to that. And we've got the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups, very romantic card. It's the honeymoon phase. It does talk about reconciliation in the traditional tarot. It does talk about going on dates, just thinking the other can do no wrong. So this person really wants to be in a place where the two of you are in a relationship, where you're dating, where it's romantic and it's fresh and it's new and it's got all this potential, and there's nothing standing in the way of the two of you being together. And they might want to make love to you outdoors. This is another love-making card. So while there's this dominant energy here, it's kind of kinky energy. There's, more so a loving energy. And maybe, using food and strawberries, feeding you, making love to you outdoors, nurturing you, nourishing you, treating you right, I feel, with this card. Because they do look up to you, and they know that you deserve a lot, and that's what they want to give you, okay? They want to really just take you on a picnic, and then it just evolves into this lovemaking session underneath the tree. Okay, and then we've got the Temperance card. So the Temperance card is saying, that this is how they look at you. They look at you like a goddess, like an angel, really. I mean, that's what this, let me look at her. She looks like a goddess. And Temperance is an angel in the traditional tarot. And so they see that, there are opposing elements here that need to come together just right in order for this to blossom, in order for this to climax, so to speak, if you know what I mean. So I feel like they're looking at you as the one who will make them do that, who will set them free, who will bless their lives. This is they are discontent where they're at now. They feel like there's a coolness between the two of you, but that it's going to warm up again. So this might start off as friendship when you renew your commitment or your connection, and then it will blossom into something more. I don't think it will take long at all. For once the ball gets rolling and they get away and out of this situation, that's going to take them a while to reach out to you, I feel. But once the initial contact is made, I feel like it's going to escalate pretty quickly. So you're going to go on that date, and this is what's going to happen. So maybe take it slow, but yeah, it's going to be for the good of both of you. Because I feel like you are suppressing your desires. Not suppressing, but maybe some of you have been celibate for a while. Your desires are slumbering, so to speak. So this is going to restore, certainly with regard to this person, if you're not in connection or contact right now, your desires are going to be reawakened with the Temperance card. All right, so I'm going to get an advice card for you because I feel like I should, and then I'm going to end the reading. So let's get an advice card for Pile 1 Spirit. Beauty. Amplify your natural attractiveness makes you more attractive to your partner. So they really look up to you, think you're beautiful. We already saw that. They view you as a goddess with the Temperance card. It says that, this card indicates that you might not believe that. You might not think you're very attractive, or as attractive as I'm saying, but they really do see you that way. And if you doubt that, then just focus on taking care of yourself. Like this person said, please keep taking care of yourself, right? So maybe you've got a little down over this connection, and that makes you not want to take care of yourself. You're guided to take care of yourself. That's what they want to tell you, and they see you as beautiful, and you feel more beautiful. The more that you take care of yourself, get massages, facials, do your makeup, do your hair, even if you're not going anywhere special. These are things that you can do for you. These are acts of self-love, and these acts of self-love help to attract this connection faster, okay? Just know that you are beautiful. If you have any image issues or body image issues, this person thinks that you're perfect, and they want to see you maintain and continue to take care of yourself. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope that was able to help in some way, and if it did resonate, please leave me a comment in the comment section below, and like, share, and subscribe if you would. That helps to keep the channel going. I'd like to thank, again, those who have received private readings from me. I appreciate that. If this didn't resonate with you or only partially did, you could try another selection, pick another card, or get a private reading from me, okay? I hope you'll watch again next time. Thank you. Alright, welcome pile 2. So let's see what your person wants to tell you. I have pre-shuffled the cards, and I'm going to go ahead and start pulling them now. So think about your person, the person you came to this video for. Can you see that? I love you. Ah. Your person says they love you. Say the word and I'll leave the karmic for you. So there is third-party energy in some of the cards of this deck. So a third party could be a person, place, or thing. Generally speaking, the karmic is another person, but doesn't have to be. Take it as it resonates. If you know that your person is involved with somebody else, then this reading is for you. If you don't know that, don't panic. Just take other messages from this reading. Okay? Just because, this is a general reading meant for a lot of people, so not every message will resonate, although I hope that most of it will resonate for most. So this person says, say the word and I'll leave the karmic or third party for you. What else do they want to say, Spirit? I mean, they've already said quite a lot, haven't they, with those 2 cards. They love you and they want to be with you and leave whatever is holding them apart from you. They want to leave that behind. And, excuse me, at the bottom of the deck we have, I did it, I cut off the karmic. Well, oh well. I'm excited for you. Okay. What other messages do we have? I'm working on healing my childhood wounds. This person says they're working on healing their childhood wounds. Everything reminds me of you. This came out in pile 1 as well. I didn't realize how much my upbringing and family still influences me. So they're having to heal childhood wounds because they're realizing how much their upbringing and their family influenced them. And I know you are my soulmate. They want you to know. They know that you are their soulmate. And they love you. Wow. Super positive. Okay, and that's all I have for you. No, I'm just kidding. So, let's see. Let's just pull some cards here and see what we get. Should we start by pulling the band-aid off? And say the word and I'll leave the karmic for you. So can we get some clarification on that, please, Spirit? What kind of third-party situation is this? And or what do they mean they're leaving or they will leave? Okay, so the 7 of Pumpkins come out, and that is an Earth sign energy card. And I don't know if you can see, yeah. So I think they're waiting for you to say the word. They they consider your connection something that they have nurtured, that they have watched and carefully hoped to see it blossom and come to fruition. They're waiting for it to blossom and bloom. They are cutting off the elements of their life and of themselves that hinder its growth, and they're wanting to see some action here. They're wanting to, they're wanting to, for you to say the word, and they will leave the karmic for you, okay? They've been patiently waiting for this. You know, maybe they feel like it's taken a long time, but that it's worth it. And so, let's see what else. We've got the Seven of Ghosts, or the Seven of Cups. So this person fantasizes about you. They fantasize about you coming forth. They might be watching you from afar. They might have something of yours or something that you gave them that they look at, and it reminds them of you, because we saw everything reminds me of you. That came out. Okay. We did have the Nine of Imps in reverse, which is the fire sign energy in reverse. It's the Knight. So this is something about a message that's being delayed. I pulled that out in regard to say the word, and I'll leave the karmic for you. That message from you has been delayed, okay? You know, if in the past they have sent you a message trying to reconnect, maybe you didn't think that it was authentic, or that they were serious, and you didn't trust, and then that's one of the meanings this card could be saying. Perhaps they try to reach out to you through social media, but you were not able to connect. Also, you know, these two cards together again backs up the idea that they're watching you on social media. I think that your person doesn't trust the karmic or this other situation that they're in. They're feeling, you know, over it, and they want to come forward and they want to flirt with you. They want, yeah. So this karmic, if it's another person, they don't want to stay settled down with them, or to settle down with them if they're not. And this does speak about that relationship ending, and we already did see that. This is backing that up. And that the romance between the two of you being delayed. Okay? Okay. Let's see about, I'm working on healing my childhood wounds. What do they want to tell the viewer about them working on healing their childhood wounds, Spirit? Ace of Cups in reverse. So their childhood wounds had them feeling like they didn't have anything to offer emotionally. They didn't get enough love as children, I feel. Let's get another card on that. The Eight of Pumpkins in reverse. So, yeah, they didn't get the love that they needed, the nurturing that they needed. Somebody didn't put in enough work in raising them, I feel. I mean, take what resonates. Because the Eight of Pumpkins in reverse is talking about like laziness or lack of putting in the effort. And if this is talking about their childhood wounds, you know, maybe in the past they've been, you know, a little bit lazy or a little bit hesitant, unwilling to sort of put in the work on this healing that they know or feel that they needed to do. So this has affected the start or the advancement of your connection. Probably it's affected all their love relationships, this lack of healing. And so, yeah, things get off to a good start, and then they come to a halt at some point because this person's childhood wounds get in the way. So that's definitely been an obstacle and a limitation for their connection with others. So it's really good and positive that they are working on that, you know. They're working on it, but it's the Eight of Pumpkins in reverse. So it would be more positive if it were upright. I feel like, they might not be making as much progress on the healing of these wounds. Healing takes time, and it really just depends on how deeply somebody was hurt, especially in the vulnerable childhood years. They might need to seek like professional counseling or help. And even with that, it can take a really long time. So bear that in mind with this card. They might be feeling like they're getting nowhere with it, with these attempts to heal. Like, no matter how much effort they put in on healing themselves, it just never really pays out. And I feel that does, that wears them down. It does, it puts a damper on their mood and on their efforts with everything, especially relationships. And so I just feel like they, as children, maybe they didn't have a lot of money, and their parents were always working. Looking at this from the point of view of childhood wounds, this kid was, they were bored a lot, and any affection that they got from their parents or their caregivers they felt was a little bit insincere because their caregivers were tired. They didn't have a lot of affection to give with the Ace of Cups in reversed, because they were like a hamster on a treadmill. They were working just to keep their heads above water, and they didn't have enough nurturing to give to this child, and this made this person feel like learn to be emotionally unavailable or detached. Okay? Not a psychologist, but that's what I'm getting from these cards. So those are things that affect negatively a connection, because in a connection, generally speaking, where emotions are involved, you need to be emotionally available. You need to feel like you're deserving of love. If you didn't get love growing up, or you were ignored, you didn't get a lot of attention, then you don't know how to give attention. You don't know how to give love, and you don't know how to receive it either. Your self-worth is hit, your self-esteem is hit, because you don't feel like you deserve to have those things because you never had it. You know what I mean? Even if that wasn't the case from a child's perspective, that could be how this person is feeling. So they said they did it. They cut off the karmic. So let's look at that. We already know they said, say the word and I'll cut off the karmic. Did you say the word? Did you send them a message or some sort of a hint on Facebook? I don't know. I feel like that's future energy, since this was at the bottom of the deck, okay? So emotionally, they've cut off this person if they haven't actually done it. Let's look. The Page of Bats in reverse is the Page of Swords in reverse. So the Page of Swords is an immature energy, but so they might have gone about cutting off this karmic in a somewhat, immature manner. And I feel like, with regard to, they lacked clarity and direction for a long time with this person. They were just, this other person they were involved with, if it's another person, was a little bit idealistic or impractical, irresponsible. Or this could be your person, take what resonates. But I think they just felt insecure and unequipped to handle the demands of the connection with this karmic. And they wanted the time for themselves, and they again weren't ready for that serious commitment there with this other person. They might have found out that this person isn't what they seemed. So let's get some more. Three of Ghosts upright. So they're really happy now that they've cut off this karmic. They're out having a good time. They're spending time with friends. Again, with the Three of Ghosts, it can be about a third-party situation. So, you might be currently involved in that, or you're not, but this person is involved with something or someone else. But regardless, this is a celebratory card that does talk about a reconciliation and celebrations. Maybe you'll be going out with friends and you'll run into each other then, or that's how you met. It is, or it's going to be how you rejuvenate this connection, because this is coming out as a clarifier for I did it, I cut off the karmic. So this is how they feel about cutting off this karmic. Very joyful. And so they didn't have clarity about how to do it before, they felt inequipped to handle it, but they've done it. And if they haven't done it, they soon will. And they're going to be really excited and happy about it when they do. Another card here. Oh, we got two. Okay, so, and cutting off the karmic, this third party situation that's holding them back from you, it's their dream come true. It's their wish fulfillment. As they watch you from afar, they realize that that you're a star, and that being free of a situation that they couldn't commit to, that they weren't happy in, and that is like, and just, it's very healing for them. It's like a new lease on life. There is a bit of waiting associated here with the Nine of Imps, because this person, they're a tad bit guarded still. They're wrapping up the situation with the karmic. This is the Nine of Imps. That's talking about an ending. But at the same time, there's still a bit of work to be done with regard to the situation that they're in. However, there is light at the end of the tunnel with the star card showing up. So they're just taking a rest break, kind of enjoying themselves as they wrap this whole situation up. Okay? And let's see, I didn't realize how much my upbringing and family still influences me. We've got the King of Ghosts in reverse. So the King of Ghosts in reverse is like kind of a narcissistic energy, if not actually a narcissist, somebody that behaves this way, sort of selfish and controlling, vindictive. Again, this is another card from pile 1, so there might be some messages for you in pile 1 if this is resonating, but because of the way that their family affected them, this is talking about someone who doesn't really know how to love or to express their feelings. There's a need to express your feelings, because the King of Ghosts is a king of water. Water signs, masculines tend to hold things in. They feel things very deeply. They might be very evolved with regard to their emotional intelligence, but communicating their feelings, that's a completely different thing. And when it's in reverse, it's even worse. And it's the family and upbringing that sort of taught them how to keep everything inside and not express themselves. And it made them defensive and insecure, and, stifle their creativity, because maybe, it's not macho or masculine enough to be creative, something like that. But the bottom line is the fear of expressing love and caring and feeling insecure in partnerships in general. They might have seen a father figure who behaved this way. So this is an Aries energy card, the Emperor. It's the divine masculine. So they might have seen a father figure behave this way, closed off to their feelings, real old-fashioned, putting up a front, acting tough, that kind of a thing. But with the Emperor being upright, it says that, it wasn't as terrible as it could have been, because even though the Emperor upright is a controlling figure, it's usually for the good of everybody involved, someone that's trying to make win-win situations. And so they do care, but they're a little bit status-minded, a little bit too money or image conscious, those ego things that aren't real compatible with matters of the heart and with spiritual connections. And so this is what they learned and how they learned to be, okay? So they realize that this is still influencing them. They want to come out of that. That's why they're working on this, their childhood wounds, so that they can have something loving to offer. But, it just feels like sometimes the healing is never done. But they still have hope. They still have a lot of hope. And coming out of a bad situation that was holding them back is just fueling that hope with the star card. It's giving them more hope that, they can overcome their childhood wounding and the way that their upbringing and their family affected them. It's, the star is good fortune. It's a lot of good fortune, and then there's reason to celebrate here, as we saw with the Three of Cups. So I think they really feel that they're starting to realize now that they can have a beautiful, bright relationship that is joyful and inspiring, and that they do deserve to have their wishes come true, right? They don't just have to settle for incompatible partners. Because sometimes what people with narcissistic energy, as I'm seeing from this reading, will do due to their childhood woundings is that they will get involved with people who they know aren't right for them on an unconscious level, but sometimes they do it consciously because they know that there's no risk of their heart getting broken because they're not really giving their heart in the connection. It's based on something else, money, image, status, some superficial factor. So their heart remains safe. They don't have to risk getting hurt. And so they make sure it's like a fail safe, or a fail safe to protect their heart. I can get involved with this person who I know is not right for me because there's no real threat of me getting deeply hurt again like my parents did to me, because my heart's really not in it, not 100%. So I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining that right, because this is really what I'm getting from these cards. Let's see. I asked, for clarification on the I know you are my soulmate, and they know that you are their soulmate because of the Magician card. They just they feel the spiritual connection towards you. They feel like magic when they deal with you, and I feel that if you're manifesting them, if you're using magic, they can sense that, they can feel that, and they might be doing the same as well. They're definitely manifesting you on some level, and so because they love you, right? And they will leave the karmic for you. The thing about the Magician is that the Magician can be manipulative and everything, so they do have that shadow side that you need to be careful of when dealing with this person. I mean, at best it comes across as tricky and kind of fun, but at worst it can be, somebody who is manipulative, and I feel with the Magician that manipulation can come from the self-doubt that they feel, and that self-doubt is what prevents them from seeing situations clearly. So even if it was obvious all along that you were their soulmate, they couldn't see it clearly at first, or wouldn't allow them because they just couldn't believe it, right? They had self-doubt. And even if they knew it, or even as they know it now, as they say they're telling you that they know they're a soulmate, they still might feel a lack of confidence or the skills or the knowledge in how to deal with a soulmate relationship. So for that reason, this person would still be tempted, I feel, to engage in some power struggles with you a bit going forward in this connection. So you would need to watch the tendency for this person to be self-deceptive and deceptive towards you. But mostly I think this person is tired of being that way because it's made them lonely. Even if they were with other people, it still made them lonely because they're not giving of their true self. Nobody's really knowing their heart except for you, right? Nobody's knowing their heart. And if nobody knows your heart, you can't truly be understood. And not being understood makes you feel lonely. So, but I do feel like this is saying that this person's aware of the spiritual connection, the spiritual aspect of your connection, and that you are on a spiritual path together, and they are inspired by that. They are inspired by that. Anything else, Spirit, here? I think they see, oh wow. They see you as the High Priestess. So the High Priestess and the Magician, they're kind of like counterparts. They're very similar, right? Both of them manifest. Both of them are aware of magic and how to manipulate energies. Both of them are learned. The High Priestess is more pure. Her motivation for being spiritually educated comes from a more pure place, whereas the Magician uses it to sort of entertain or show off or like get what they want, but both of them are manifestors. And they love you because of the fact that you are like them in that sense. That again, that's the spiritual connection that they feel, and that you are this sensual person. This high priestess is a sensual being, but she's a little bit reserved, a little bit off limits, right? That's an air of mystery. You both have mystery to you. You're attracted to each other for that fact, I feel. You're an emotional woman, or feminine, regardless of gender, that is in their feminine power. You're imaginative, spiritual. These are very much the same as the magician. So I think that they like the fact that you're so intuitive and pay attention to things like your dreams and your imagination. And you probably communicate telepathically as well. Also, maybe you're someone, like, unlike this energy, you're more prone to look at the shadow side of yourself and of life. So there's a certain amount of maturity that you have over this person with regard to that. I think they like that about you. You're not always just trying to put on a happy show. You're real, okay? And I do think that the fact that, I pulled a high priestess for clarification on the I love you card. High priestess talks about hidden factors coming to light, something that's hidden coming to the light. So the fact that they love you will come to the light eventually. You just want to make sure with these two very dreamy cards coming out, these two very imaginative cards coming out, that that you ground your connection in reality. So just keep one foot on the ground, okay? Because you can get carried away real easily with these energies. It's a very romantic connection, very, very romantic connection that you have here, or will have, with this person. Okay, so what am I going to do next here? Let's see if we can get a timing on this. I'm not really getting a sense of timing. In the first reading, it felt like it was going to be a while yet. This is pretty imminent, though. They're saying they cut off the karmic and say the word, and they will come towards you, or leave behind what's keeping you apart. But yet they're still having to heal. So let's see. We've got the 9 of diamonds. Well, it could be as soon as this fall for some of you. The bottom of the deck had the Knight of Ghosts in reverse, so I feel like, it could be this summer as well. However, since we're dealing in pentacles for a lot of you, or, some of you, I don't want to say a lot of you because I don't know for sure, but some of you, it's going to take a bit longer. Yeah. Pentacles is a very slow energy. It's a snail energy. But, I'm crossing my fingers for you, because sometimes pentacles mean fall. And it's currently fall. And we saw that this person is, they've left the karmic. And, yeah. So hopefully it'll be fall for some of you, or for most of you, okay? And so I'm going to get a Romance Angels card here. Get one Romance Angels card, and then so give us clarification for pile 2. What do the Romance Angels have to say? What does this person want to tell them? Fall off. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. I think this is one of the things that your person is working on, because we saw them, having learned to be somewhat controlling from their family and their upbringing with these 2 cards here. But Also, you're a manifester yourself, so maybe you've tried to manifest this person with law of attraction or spells, and you're like worried about it and really focusing on it. This is saying let go. Things will flow much more easily and faster if you step back and try not to micromanage or control the situation. Okay, let it unfold naturally is what that's saying. And I think, this is what this person is doing as well. And at the bottom of the deck, we did have the honeymoon card. So this honeymoon card talks about movement. I think this person is moving away from their current situation that's no longer serving them towards you. And as the honeymoon implies, you will be getting away together and probably getting married in the future. Okay, so for those of you that resonates, looks like there's a marriage in your future. And definitely this person is leaving any third-party situations behind to come towards you. Some of them already have left. They know that you're the soulmate. I mean, does it get any better than that? I don't know. So we get a couple of cards from the Tarot of Sexual Magic. If you don't want to see the Tarot of Sexual Magic, you can click off the reading. But after Tarot of Sexual Magic, I will be doing an advice card, so keep that in mind. We've got the Ace of Swords. So this is this is clarity in a new and honest beginning. This is communication as well. If you look at this card here, this person might be into a little bondage. They might want to be dominated by you. They're the magician, so they like toys. So you take that how you see fit. It's a sexual deck. They like toys. You take that how you see fit. But either they want to dominate you or they want you to dominate them. And the next couple of cards is the Knave of Swords. So this person is checking you out. They might be an ass man. Regardless, they think you're beautiful, and they have their eye on the prize, so to speak. So, and again, that's a card about communication. And then we've got the Six of Wands, and this is a card about victory and success. And again, I feel like this person is an ass man, but he likes when you wear dresses if you're the feminine, well, even if you're not, and boots, knee-high boots. Maybe you you like, if you're the feminine, you like this person to take charge. You like to tease them a little bit. You like to wear the clothes they like you to wear. Mostly they like you naked, I feel. And so I'm going to look at some of these meanings here, because these meanings in this deck are different. Or actually, they're just additional meanings in this deck. Excuse me. So this is a card about touching. Yeah, that makes sense. It's about touching. And growing closer, growing apart, diluting, confirming. Every game of pleasure must end and doubts must be dispelled. So this back and forth, these games, or this on and off energy that I'm sensing from this reading for most of you, this is like foreplay. Like when you finally get together, it's going to be explosive because of that, And that is what that card is saying. And so the swords, the Knave of Swords, or we'll do the Ace of Wands here. Is that the Ace of Wands? It's the Ace of Swords. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hurry, which I shouldn't do. Bonding. Accept that bonding means giving of oneself. It means accepting doubt and transforming it into trust. Yes, definitely. And this speaks to what we saw in the reading about them needing to learn how to bonding. They didn't bond properly as children because they felt like they didn't get the love and attention that they needed when they were growing up, that they were taught to like sort of suppress their feelings and like their intuitive and creative sides. So in order to bond, you'll be bonding in bed quite a bit. In the literal sense, bondage. This is working out power issues, and we saw with the romance angels to let go of power issues. BDSM, I'm not an expert on that, but I feel like that's a catharsis way or cathartic way that people get over their control issues sometimes. Look into that for some of you who are interested. And then the Knave of Swords, I'm onto something there. I know that. That's intuition right there. But I'm not an expert on that subject. So, Knave of Swords, biting. Enemies of the couple are both inside and outside of it. They should look at each other. Vigilance does not distract from pleasure, and pleasure does not distract from vigilance. So yeah, don't be shy. Let them look at you. Let them enjoy your pictures. Let them enjoy you in person when you come together. But also just know that, that you guys can... You're a match, right? So if you want to act like enemies towards each other, it's an equal match. If you want to act like advocates for each other, it's an equal match. And this is what this card is saying. So in the bedroom, you're going to be equally matched. But just know, to keep your eye on this person. Just use common sense and follow your intuition when navigating this connection, because you, just based on past experiences, that would be the wise thing to do, right? Okay, so I've got, let me go ahead and pull an advice card real quick. Oh, that came out fast. Be honest with yourself. This card isn't asking you to have a confrontation with anyone. It is just asking you to be honest with yourself. Okay? So by being honest with yourself, you're able to get in touch more with your own deep desires and thoughts about this subject and about this person. So see the good and the bad in the connection, and really define for yourself what you want from this person and going forward in order to have that, in order to manifest that, because you're manifesting as the high priestess, right? Be careful what you wish for is what I feel guided to say. Not that anything bad is going to happen here, but I do feel that you need to be vigilant regarding this connection. It is a very deeply spiritual connection. This person loves you, your soulmates, but soulmate relationships are often like a master's class, right? You have to do your homework and you have to stay on your toes. It's more than just great sex and love. It's about learning as well. Okay, so just keep that one foot on the ground, like I said earlier, and write in your journal what it is you'd like to see happen here, and just kind of make sure that you're staying honest with yourself throughout the process, is what this card is saying. Well, thank you for tuning in. I hope that was that resonated with you. If it did, please let me know in the comments section below. If it didn't, you can try a personal reading. My contact information is in the description box, or you can choose another selection. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Pile 3. So this is, what does your person want to tell you? So I pre-shuffled off camera. Think about your person. We're going to get some messages from your person. I will clarify those with various decks of cards, and then, towards the end, pull some tarot of sexual magic if you want to stay around for that. At the end, there'll be an advice card pulled as well, okay? What do they want to tell you? All right. It's hard for me to trust. So whoever you came to this reading about, this person's higher self, or this might be something they've said to you or will say to you, they're saying that it's hard for them to trust. I act like an asshole because I'm having a harder time than you know. So this person is acting like an asshole, evidently. They're having a hard time. I'm changing direction in my life. What else, Spirit? Alright. They have a lot to say. Okay, so I've never felt this connected to anyone before, so they feel quite connected to you, viewer. They've never felt that connected to anyone before, if you can see that. I'm sorry I was dishonest and selfish to you. So despite feeling connected to you, they were evidently dishonest and selfish. You deserve someone better than me. This card came out in the first reading as well. You deserve someone better than them. And don't focus on my options, you're the only one I want. So this person has a lot of options. They think you might be focused on them too much. Don't be focused on their options, they say, because you're the only one they want. So where to begin here? How are they dishonest and selfish to you? Why are they acting like an asshole? Let's cover that first. Let's tear the band-aid off and just get down to it. So, Spirit, clarify. The Ace of Imps in reverse. This person could be a fire sign or have it in their chart. So the Ace of Imps in reverse is talking about a delay to a passionate new beginning. So their behavior, acting like an asshole, that is delaying a new beginning or rejuvenation in a current connection with this person. They're having a hard time about that. Something has stalled and they're feeling frustrated and impatient. So if you think that this person is not bothered by the fact that you're having problems in this connection, they are. And I think they're just rethinking the situation, their plans, making adjustment. They're waiting for a better time to act, I feel, with this being in reverse here. So maybe you came together and it was a short-lived, passionate connection, and then for whatever reason it petered out, or this person started acting like an asshole, as it says in the card. So take what resonates. And so maybe one of you approached this connection wearing rose-colored glasses and didn't see the situation for what it was. That could apply for a few of you. And if that's the case, you see it, it's not what you really wanted, maybe. Maybe that's what you decided. So that's interesting. Let's get some more information on that. Maybe they saw another option, thought it would be better, and realized, that wasn't, that they were wrong about that. So that could be too for some of you. Clarify further, please. Got Justice here. So this person's getting their karma for how they treated you in this connection. This is a Libra energy card, so Libra could be in somebody's chart here. But the Justice card does talk about, karma. It can talk about legal situations. Maybe they're going through something legally. Yeah. There might be one or two where this person, was married or chose a marriage partner that they are now realizing was a mistake to have chosen, and they're trying to get out of that legally separated divorce, or they're just having a harder time in general in their life with regard to their karma for being dishonest and not treating you right. That's what I'm getting from that, because that card is about karma. The Justice card is about karma. And so they want to make things right. They're trying to find some balance here. And it's difficult trying to find balance. They've been so unbalanced, we see with the Ace of Imps in reverse. And so, they realize that they've treated you unfairly, and they might have had more power in the connection than you did, and they might have been punishing towards you for some reason, taking out their issues, whatever those issues are, on you. So, perhaps, whatever situation they're in, if it's another connection, family or work, or a legal situation, they really just feel that they feel angry and resentful for how things are going, and just really like out of whack. So I think they know that they have to answer for some wrong that they did you here. Let's get one more card for that. The Five of Ghosts. That's the Five of Cups. So the wrong they did you here, yeah, there was a lot of emotion in this connection, and they messed it up, basically. And they're feeling self-pity about that. They might be a water sign energy too here. Don't have to be, but the Five of Cups is about regrets and having regrets for being careless and ruining something. So they feel a lot of disappointment, sadness, loss, even heartbreak and loneliness. Maybe they made you feel this way, and this is where they feel that they messed up, by making you feel this way. But There is a sense of helplessness here, and difficulty seeing their way out of the pain. This is why, if they're not moving towards you or communicating towards you or to you, it's because they just can't figure out a way how to do it because of, being heard. They're hurting themselves as well here. Yeah. So they need to stop focusing on the problems that occurred in this connection, and change their attitude if they're going to come towards you. So I do feel there was an ending for some of you with this connection, and it left both of you feeling hurt, disappointed, and this person resentful. Maybe you feel resentful, but there are new possibilities indicated here. There's still a chance for this connection. But they behaved like an asshole because they were going through some injustice within their own lives that prevented them from, having the passionate beginning or taking the connection farther. And now they regret. They regret letting whatever it was influence this connection the way that they did and make them have a bad attitude towards the connection. Maybe they were hurt in the past, and so they came to this connection, with the trust issues, because we see here, it's hard for me to trust. So they took that out on you, right? We've got the Queen of Imps. So fire sign energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could be in your chart, or it could be in your person's chart. Let's look some more here. Okay. The Ten of Ghosts, or the Ten of Cups. Complete, total emotional happiness, emotional fulfillment. You can talk about a marriage or a home or a family. And the Four of Pumpkins. That's clarifying that they have issues to trust. So even though, you may be this passionate, loyal, friendly, lovely, attractive person who they could see themselves having a family with, or perhaps maybe some of you do have a family with this person or did, they couldn't help but sort of, distract themselves with material things and work as an excuse to keep their feelings close to their chest, because of this fear of getting hurt, because they have issues trusting. Now, since I see an ending in this connection as being the reason why this person acts like an asshole, it could be that this is an ending to a previous relationship. If you know that their ex was perhaps a water or a fire sign, maybe an earth sign, that could apply. And this is the reason for their trust issues. Okay. Maybe, at one time they did have, a beautiful life. And it didn't work out. Let's see, why didn't it? Give us more clarification on it's hard for me to trust. Because somebody was not being honest here with the High Priestess in reverse. So it might be that the person that they were with wasn't being honest, was holding back their feelings. But like I said, with this Four of Pumpkins, my initial feeling was that your person was holding back their feelings. So if this is talking about you, then it's talking about, that you both were holding back your feelings. But this has caused a lot of hurt for this person. And it's caused a lot of hurt for both of you, but contributed to their inability to trust, because they were never able to realize their potential in this connection, never really able to achieve this, or appreciate this Ten of Ghosts, this emotional fulfillment, because there were some secrets that they were keeping, and their authentic self they were hiding. And so they didn't want to look too deeply in themselves with the High Priestess in reverse. So they were holding their true selves close to their chest out of fear, and they didn't want judgment or disapproval. So they were like a little bit too involved and too wrapped up in themselves or in their own heads about things. So they're trying to hide something here. Something that needed to be revealed. And, also this can talk about refusing to engage fully in a connection or in a relationship. And that's the truth, isn't it? Just because you're there physically doesn't mean that your heart's in it. And if your heart's not in it, then you are essentially not really in it. So this person was not really in it. So I feel that this just leaves them feeling lonely and withdrawn. It's a lonely place to be when you can't share your true self. So it's hard for them to trust here. Okay, let's see some more here. So they say, don't focus on my options. You're the only one I want. That seems promising. Let's look at that. Five of Bats in reverse. So the Five of Bats is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is somebody taking advantage of a situation. And wanting to win at any cost, even if it meant hurting others. So like cheating to win. So this person might have cheated on you. They might have cheated on you or been involved in with another person while being involved with you. And so in the end, that caused these losses in this connection, right? It's based on this person's trust issues. They were indecisive. And I feel that they're sad about that now. They have regret about what they did. And a lot of like remorse and unhappiness I feel from this person. So I think, again, this is the sense of needing to make something up to you. Make reparations, as we saw with the Justice card. They're getting their karma for how they treated you, if they cheated, if they just held in their emotions, or all of the above. If this resulted in the breaking up of your happy home. If you had a home together and were in a committed relationship in the past, and the trust issues came in the way of that, or if that's what's happening currently, this is saying that they definitely realize that they know that they need to make it up to you. Because of the conflict, it was largely their fault, and need to set things right and learn from the suffering. I think you are learning from the suffering. This person is as well. They're mourning the loss of this connection, or the things they did that they regret within it. Even if it was just like an argument that got too heated and words were said that they wish they could take back. They do wish they could take those hurtful words back. And so I feel like you might be feeling betrayed, or this person is. Take it as it resonates. This is a general reading, so some parts of the message might apply, some might not to your situation, but in some cases it does suggest, repairing the damage and making things right. So they don't want you to focus on their options. They know that in the past they might have given you reasons to be concerned or worried that they might cheat. Maybe they did cheat in the past, but they're not planning on doing that again. They've learned from their mistakes, is what that is saying. And they want to make things right. Got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, yeah. So Destiny stepped in and made sure that this person learned the error of their ways with regards to their options. Whatever options that they had made them feel this way. The Nine of Bats. Put them in a nightmare energy with, full of regrets. It wasn't worth it. What they did, it was like not worth it, because it just took a turn for the worse. Their life in general took a turn for the worse when they went for this wrong option. Whatever that might be, a person or some other decision in their life, some other path. That's why it says here, that I'm changing directions in my life, or direction in my life, right? So this is, they're no longer resisting here with the wheel in reverse, the changes that are needed in order for this person to grow and to learn these, from these experiences. I think it's really hard, again, for this person to stay balanced, but they are trying. There's a need to trust. The lack of trust is what created the issues and undermined them getting what they wanted. So this lack of trust has poisoned the positive things that were happening or trying to happen in their life. That's sad, isn't it? That's pretty sad. Um, but I think, with this uh, wheel in reverse, it is saying that, a new chance at love is in the offering here between the two of you. Or, if this is an existing relationship, it's a renewal of love. Or things are going to improve, okay? Um, so even if you don't think that things are going to improve, even if you don't think you can trust this person still has options or whatever, they're telling you they don't care about whatever options there are. They want things to improve with you. They want another chance, and the time is right for a change. The time is right for a change. Because look at this energy that they were in with the Nine of Swords. It was keeping up late at night in anxiety and having nightmares and just feeling really regretful and bad, being in despair, being isolated and feeling ashamed of themselves. So, yeah. And this is you, maybe, you learned about this person's indiscretion, something that was hidden came to light, and it broke your heart. So you may have felt, rejected and unvalued, and there was an ending. Or at least if there hasn't been, there's a desperate need to correct a problem in the relationship. Okay? So let's see about this new direction. I'm changing direction in my life. This light went off. Okay. How is this person changing direction in their life? What's going on with that? Queen of Bats. So I think they're cutting out, we've got the Queen of Bats, air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and then the Six of Bats also wanted to come out. So they're cutting out the behaviors, the thought patterns, the ways that they were in that hurt you. And they're making these changes in moving away from rocky waters to smooth waters because they no longer want to be in this energy of where they're at. They're suffering where they're at. They don't like it, and they're taking the action steps to move away from that. Okay, they are reassessing the situation and figuring out the best way to move towards you, I feel. That Queen of Swords, if you're the feminine, that could represent you, but, gender is meaningless in tarot. It could be them taking authority over the situation and coming forth with communication to you about this. So I think that you both have learned, particularly the feminine, but both of you, from the pain of this situation and wisened up as a result of it. And I don't know if you're going to want to take this person back. For those of you this is resonating with, maybe that you've come into your own power and you want to remain single because you feel like that's easier and the better way to go, and you do what you think is best, obviously. But I do feel that you have this intellectual connection with this person, that there are a lot of things that you share, ideas, ideals, and interests. And I feel like, your person feels that way as well. That's why they're trying to move away from what they're currently experiencing. They're moving, they're escaping from what they're currently experiencing, and they're making a change for the better, okay? And this card does indicate that there is smooth sailing ahead, and they're going to leave behind the trauma and the sadness of the past. Now, this could be talking about if you were an air sign, maybe you're leaving the situation behind. It's traumatic, it's not worth it, you've decided, and you're moving on. That could be. But for some of you, it's that this person's wisened up from the suffering they caused and have felt, and maybe they've gotten a bit more spiritual. There's a sense of a spiritual connection here I'm getting, and as a result of that, they want to put the major problems behind you and find harmony and understanding again. Just let bygones be bygones is what that card is saying. That's what they want. That's what they want to tell you. Let bygones be bygones. And if things don't work out after trying some more, then they don't work out. But I think this person wants, it's clear they want to try again. or they want to make reparations for an argument, make it up to you, something they did wrong. Okay, and I did say, this is the never felt this connected to anyone before. I did get a spiritual connection from those cards I just pulled. Ah, beautiful. The Two of Ghosts. So that's the Two of Cups. That's mutual love, mutual respect. It's a spiritually guided union. It's might be in the early phases, a young union in this life. Not to say that it's not a past life relationship. This is generally a soulmate card. I feel that this is a soulmate connection, but I feel like you didn't get too far with regard to the connection in this life, because we had the Ace of Imps in reverse, and that talks about, maybe it was really fiery at first, and then it kind of what did I say, petered out. I can't think of a better word than that. Yeah, it kind of faded out, or something happened to kind of mess it up. So, but this connection that they're feeling, that they say that they never felt so connected to anybody before, is because you are soulmates. And they are aware of that. They want you to know that. And so I feel like, deep down, they do have high hopes in this connection. And they feel inspired by this, and they think that this could be the real deal, right? This is a card of the happy relationship developing smoothly, and we did see that the direction that they're taking with the Six of Bats is to move towards something that that is smooth sailing, so smooth sailing towards something to develop it smoothly. So you understand each other's needs with this card and bring out the best in each other. There is that potential, if you don't know that already. And it will, they feel that you bring out the best in them. One more card here, let's see. King of Ghosts. This could be a water sign energy. This is somebody that generally knows what their feelings are, but are really good at hiding them or keeping them inside. They, if they're committed to you, if they consider you, their friend, or someone close to them, then they're going to defend you no matter what, and be there for you no matter what. They also have a tendency to be a little bit jealous and possessive as well. They can come across as selfish because of that reason, that jealousy and possessiveness comes through. And a little bit manipulative perhaps, but I feel it's because that they feel the spiritual and magical connection to you. And they're using their manipulative, or their controlling energy, their controlling power to sort of try to manifest you back into the life on some level, okay? Whether they're using the law of attraction, or just, from using their imagination, thinking about you and coming back together, or coming towards you, although they do feel that you deserve someone better, because they do have a tendency, they have a shadow side to them, right? I mean, we've seen that in the reading already. A tendency towards controllingness, manipulativeness, being tricky, Sometimes that trickiness is fun and lighthearted and you enjoy it. Sometimes it's like just flat out trying to get their own way, without consideration for you. That could be for some of you as well. So, yeah, because we see that, I'm sorry I was dishonest and selfish to you. So the Magician is a card that can represent both of those traits. It's a Virgo Gemini energy, so it could be in their chart but doesn't have to be. And like I said, tricky, just everything I just said. So the next card that came out too for that is the Four of Ghosts in reverse. So when this is upright, it's talking about a missed opportunity. It's talking about the universe offering you something, but you being too sort of bored with your life, uninspired, or whatever the case may be, maybe bummed out, depressed. Could be for some that you don't take that opportunity. So, but with it being in reversed, it's actually more positive. And it says that, I think that this person needed time for themselves, space for themselves to really figure things out. And maybe they're burnt out because of a lot of activity that's been going on, or that, yeah. And so that could explain, or does explain, any distance that's occurring here in the connection. This connection is emotionally intense for this person. So, they needed time to regroup. Okay. So if you're thinking it's because they're with another option, maybe in the past, but not now, they're regrouping, is what that's saying. And so they're looking at the aspects of the connection that went downhill, the loss of the luster in this relationship, and what role they played in that. So they're looking at that. And I don't think they want to rush back into a connection or to move too fast either. They're not wanting to move too fast here. Okay. Especially if they are getting out of another connection, but that doesn't mean that they don't want to be with you or that they won't be with you, because they do see, this Ten of Cups did come out. And they do think that you're beautiful, and that you're a catch. But it's just hard for them to trust, and that's really at the bottom of the whole issues that you were having or are having, if you're having issues. And if this is resonating with you, then then you are, because it's resonating with you. So, and if not, take what you can use and forget the rest, or pick another pile, get a personal reading. But this is what I'm getting. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull a Romance Angels card here. Spirit, what else can you tell us about this reading, about this person, and what do they want to say? Oh, okay then. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. True love. Romance of a lifetime. They think you're their true love. Engagement. They want to take this up to the next level. Your love life is ascending to the next level. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it could be a religious upbringing, spiritual path, or it could be that you just come from, different types of people, different types of family, different geographical areas, some differences that have created, some obstacles in the connection, which is not uncommon to see in a soulmate relationship. And very soon you'll be receiving communication from this person. Again, they're not going to try to rush into the situation, and if they do, that's not advised by the cards. It says that some time needs to be taken slowly, but you should know that this person does love you, and they're sorry for what they did. And they are your true love. You'll be hearing from them soon. Even if you are in contact currently, expect them to be making efforts to improve your connection very soon. And if you aren't in contact, then you'll be hearing from them, and things will get moving to a higher level, whatever that means for your specific connection. At the bottom we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. I'm going to pull some Tarot of Sexual Magic. I think that's what they're called. So if you don't want to see this part, you can go ahead and click off. But after this, I am going to do an advice card. So regarding this connection, Spirit, tell us about the sexual aspect of this connection, please. How do they view the viewer sexually? Okay. They view you as a goddess, as an angel, the Temperance. They view you very highly. You make them feel peaceful. They feel like they can heal with you. You bring balance to them. Very desperately needed balance, as we saw in the reading already. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles. So that does suggest juggling, right? That there was some juggling in the past. We alluded to that, but it could also just be saying, the juggling of work and home, other responsibilities with their love life. But as you can see, this person might admire your back or your backside. They really like it when you dress up. They think you're elegant. I think you bring their senses alive. They find you very sensual. Then we have the Knave of Wands. So that's like the Page of Wands. So you might have really, really long hair, maybe dark like the girl in the picture, but not necessarily. And they just want to devour you. I feel like there's a lot of passion, like we saw with the chemistry card, between the two of you. They really enjoy looking at your breasts. They want to hold you in their arms. You're equally desperate, not in a bad way, but you desperately want to hold them in your arms as well. Maybe the two of you enjoy dancing. Maybe when you do dance, it escalates quickly to something more. Then we've got the Six of Pentacles. So, this talks about giving equally to one another. We saw that with the Two of Cups, mutual love, mutual respect. This is about mutual giving in the connection, being generous with one another. This person just wants to come home and find you ready for him. I feel like this is a breast person. So if it's a masculine, they like the breasts. If it's a feminine, she's proud of her breasts. She likes someone who knows how to move, as in this card, someone who can surprise her, who will, come in and come to her place and seduce her. And then we've got the World card, best card in the deck. Wow. So this is, again, engagement, moving up to a higher level. We saw that here. Moving up, this connection's moving to a higher level. This person is your true love, okay? This is about fulfillment, completion, success. If you see this person, they might like to introduce food into your sex play. Maybe they have a foot fetish, or they like your feet and your legs. They really just want to devour you like you were their favorite dessert or something. They look at you as delicious. And if it's a masculine watching, then you want to devour your feminine. You really want to have her vulnerable before you, and show her new things and make her feel new things that she hasn't felt before. Okay, so the Tarot Sexual Magic has a bit like additional meaning. So I'm going to read the additional meaning for the World card here. Let's see. This is gratification. Touch ensures continuity, a gratifying and complete relationship, peace and lasting happiness, a serene family. Beautiful. I hope you like it as much as I like it. I really like this reading. So let's get an advice card for you, and then we'll wrap it up. I think this is the longest reading out of the three. That is way too many, okay? Yeah. Just one, please. Give us advice in one card, Spirit. Peace of mind. This is saying that know that whatever story your life is currently telling, whatever movie you're currently starring in, it has a very happy ending. You can have peace of mind with regard to this connection. So whatever problems or concerns you're facing right now, if you're facing those problems or concerns, you can have peace of mind about that, okay? Make sure I didn't miss anything with that. Yeah, make peacefulness your highest priority. And so step away from anything that steals your inner peace from you. And, avoid negative people, and, surrender your problems to God, and, just keep your life simple. Keep it simple, and things will progress in this connection in a very beautiful way. So thank you for tuning in, Pile 3. I appreciate that. And if it resonated, please let me know in the comment section below. And if it did not, please pick another selection or another reading, or you can get a personal reading from me. My contact information is in the description box below. Thanks for watching.